Good afternoon and welcome to Network 10's coverage of Ascot Vale Stakes Day from Flemington. A big day of racing ahead, including events from Sydney and Adelaide. We'll also keep you up to date with all the footy scores, including a live cross to Waverley. But with the horses behind the barrier for the first event, let's go straight to Flemington now and your trackside host, Phil Gibbs. Good afternoon, Phil.
Good afternoon, Tony, and I was just looking up at the weather here. It doesn't look too bad at Flemington today, and when we were out in the betting ring a moment ago, quite a big crowd here at Flemington, and naturally because of the quality of horse we have running in the Ascot Vale Stakes here this afternoon. We'll be giving you full details of all those races and more, with 5 races from Sydney, 3 from Adelaide this afternoon as the day unfolds. We'll give you a complete rundown on all races for the day with our panel right after the first event on the program, which of course is the Henry Bolte steeplechase, and that's timed to start in about 1 minute. So without further ado, we'll take you up to Bruce McAvaney, and as I said, Bruce, promises to be a great day of racing.
Very, very exciting, Phil. I know you're going to enjoy it in the mounting yard, as I will up here calling the races, Ascot Vale Stakes Day, and we start with the Henry Bolte steeplechase. And as you said, they're about to come in for the first. So let's check the totes. Transyonder 310 for the win, 240 for Junior's Boy, Misty Leap number 3 at 215 and favourite, Roger and Out at $3 even, Discontent 21 even, 12.75 for In the Strand, $8 even for Pegged Out, Hard Night 35.30, 21.25 for Morse, number 12 Ballybrook in the market at 2.25, and then 43.30 for Garmore Heath and Tom's Whiskers at $24.50. They're starting to come up for the first. The scratchings today, the opening race 7 and 11. In the second it's 11 and 13, Go Freely and Magnum Star. Race 3, Snowy Mountain and Silver Cheval, 9 and 14. The fourth is clear. The Bobby Lewis in race 5 take out 4 Reputed, 13 Stock and Land. The Ascot Vale Stakes, no scratchings. Race 7, no scratchings. In the Craigley Stakes, take out 11 Yasilk, and in the final event 19 and 20. Tampico Trauma and Viva Cavello. Now they're coming up well for the first event. Sun's starting to break through. I think we're in for a lovely afternoon. I was talking to Rob Jewell yesterday, and he said that there just might be the odd shower, but generally it's going to be a good day for racing. And the track is officially good. And the rail is in its true position. So what more could we ask for on Ascot Vale Stakes Day? We're about to get the light for the first. Ready. Misty Leap and Ballybrook, the 2 favourites, with Transyonder racing, and away well Misty Leap. Junior's Boy was a bit slow, and so was Pegged Out and Roger and Out. They both missed it about 2 or 3 lengths, Junior's Boy and Pegged Out, as they come to the first, and Ballybrook got over it well. Misty Leap jumped it pretty well in 4th placing. Transyonder is 2nd. Discontent and Tom's Whiskers together about 2 lengths away then to Garmore Heath. Another 2 to Morse as they come to the first of 5 in the straight the first time. A Hard Night, the grey back about 4th last. Behind it, Pegged Out with Roger and Out. Junior's Boy last and Morse behind it. Ballybrook made a bit of a mess of that, and he lost about a half length, and Transyonder joined him as they come to the 3rd in the lane. 4 to Misty Leap as they go over that. Misty Leap skimmed through it. Then Tom's Whiskers about 5 lengths away. Discontent, Garmore Heath, Hard Night at the next. Transyonder got over that pretty well. Back 4th last in the Strand with Pegged Out, Junior's Boy, Morse and Roger and Out. At the last, in front of the judge the first time, Transyonder jumped it well. By a length to Ballybrook. Misty Leap's jumping particularly well. Hard Night hit it back 5th last. Misty Leap 3rd. About 8 lengths away then to Tom's Whiskers, and 10 lengths to Discontent as they leave the straight. 1 to Garmore Heath, 2 to In the Strand, Pegged Out, Hard Night. A length and a half then to Junior's Boy, a half to Morse, and on the inside Roger and Out. Over the next, they go along the riverside, and they're all over that safely, and it's Ballybrook again taking the lead at the second of the double. A half to Transyonder, 10 lengths Misty Leap, about 15 Tom's Whiskers. A length and a half away behind them, Garmore Heath. They're over a bit of territory in this. Then Discontent as they go to the next. About a length and a half further back than to Pegged Out in the Strand. 2 to Hard Night, Junior's Boy improving. Roger and Out's way back, and back last is Morse. Over that one, they're about to go to the steeple side of the course, and again they all got over it safely, but the first 3 lead the others by 30 lengths. Ballybrook a length and a half, Transyonder, and Misty Leap's getting a beautiful run. 25 lengths away then to Garmore Heath, who's setting chase, and about 5 to Tom's Whiskers. Then Pegged Out, Morse and Discontent, 2 to Junior's Boy as they go to the Abattoirs treble, as they go to that first one, and Ballybrook jumped it all right, but Misty Leap joined it, and Transyonder 3 deep. They're 15 or 20 lengths to Garmore Heath. Another 15 lengths away, pegged out. I don't think the others could possibly win. Junior's Boy starting to improve as they go over the third of the treble at the Abattoirs. Further back, Tom's Whiskers, and then Roger and Out Hard Night in the Strand, and 2 lengths to Discontent. Ballybrook about 1.5 lengths to Trans Yonder. Wonder Misty Leap, 20 lengths away, Garmore Heath, and I think we can safely forget the rest. It's about 25 lengths to Pegged Out 5th, 5 to Junior's Boy, Morse, Roger It Out, and then Hard Night. Misty Leap got a rails run and jump well to join Ballybrook. They're about to enter the straight. They've got 2 to jump, 2 to Trans Yonder, who look beaten. 15 or 20 lengths to Garmore Heath, 5 to Pegged Out, and 10 to Junior's Boy. Again, Ballybrook got going, but Misty Leap joined it on the turn. 3 lengths away, Trans Yonder under the whip, about 20 lengths to Pegged Out, who continues to make ground. Then Garmore Heath, Junior's Boy, Morse, Roger and Out. 1 to jump, Ballybrook got away, about 2 to Misty Leap. 2 to Trans Yonder, 15 lengths, Pegged Out, continuing to run on Garmore Heath and Junior's Boy. Approaching the last, Ballybrook led at it, about 2 lengths to Misty Leap, about 3 to Trans Yonder, and a long gap to Pegged Out, but Misty Leap's quickly moved up to take the lead from Ballybrook at the distance. 2 lengths to Trans Yonder, Pegged Out continuing to run home strongly. Misty Leap a length in front of Ballybrook inside the 200. Pegged Out's flying, might be a challenger. Misty Leap a length to Ballybrook. Pegged Out flying over the top of the Misty Leap. Harnett keeps her going. She's a half in front. Ballybrook's getting to her. They hit it, Ballybrook. Ballybrook a half head, Misty Leap. A half length away, Pegged Out. About 4 lengths to Junior's Boy, Trans Yonder. Then Morse in the Strand, Roger and Out. 5 lengths to Garmore Heath, about 50 metres into Tom's Whiskers. Second last, Hard Night, and Discontent last of all. A thriller on the first, 3:42.6 the time. And Misty Leap, who had it won everywhere, but the last 10 metres, I think, has gone under again, as she did hit it at her last start. She had that race won at Flemington 2 starts ago when Gambler's Mate beat her by a neck in the last little bit. And again today, when it appeared that she'd shrugged Ballybrook off, Pegged Out was going to be the challenger, but Ballybrook has just found something in the last little bit and has got up to win. Number 12, Ballybrook, ridden by P. Worthington, is first in the opening event on the program. Well, what a wonderful start for Ascot Vale Stakes Day, with such a spectacle over the last 200 metres. But we must say it's bad luck. I don't know if Phil can hear me down there in the mounting yard for Misty Leap. Phil, of course, she was second, and third was 8. Have to wait for the protest now. The Quinella on 12 and 3, 5.15, and the Trifecta on 12, 3 and 8, $111.80. Now I'm just waiting for the reason for the protest on the opening event.
Be in some trouble, but I'm expecting him to really run well.
Now they're locked away, light on. Kadoof the rails, High Quest the favourite, just over, around about the even money chance. Touch better than that. Racing, and they jumped all right except for Golden Walk, who missed it about 2 or 3 lengths. Cressidium was a bit slow, and in fact High Quest is surprisingly led. Productivity was away well, and Regal Century and Aberidi showing speed with Miss Terracina. Out of the Night's trapped a bit deep. Golden Walk's now taking off after being slowly away, and in a big surprise is going to be in front. Well, he set this a task. Golden Walk 3 lengths last the last time I called them, now in front of the 1,000. Aberidi second, High Quest gets a beautiful run, Miss Terracina, Normandy Conquest. Then Productivity, Regal Century's off the fence, 1.5 lengths English Charm out of the night. Cressidium third last, Morel back second last, and inside of them Kadoof. Golden Walk at the 750, a length Aberidi. High Quest gets a lovely run the fence, Miss Terracina off the rail. Then Normandy Conquest, Regal Century, Morel whipped around them 4 wide, Productivity, and English Charm out of the night, Cressidium and Kadoof. In the straight, Golden Walk led Aberidi. High Quest looks to get out and does. Normandy Conquest and then Productivity and Morel. It's Aberidi taking the lead. High Quest now asked to go in the centre. Morel comes with a good run. Normandy Conquest, Productivity out of the night. High Quest looks beaten at the 200 and getting away. It's Aberidi about 1.5 lengths in front of Morel. High Quest struggling. Productivity and out of the night running home pretty well, but Aberidi's about 2 in front. He's got it 1. Productivity goes to second. Out of the night will be third, just in front of Morel. High Quest disappointing. Then English Charm behind them, Regal Century. Next home, Cressidium, Kadoof, Normandy Conquest, Miss Terracina. And not surprisingly, Golden Walk last out, dashed around them, finished last. Well, a couple of shocks there, Graham.
Yes,
Firstly,
certainly
High Quest, 124.1, so the track is good, there's no doubt about that. Golden Walk Strange tactics
It's
there.
rather amazing, as you said.
Like to explain those for us?
You don't often see that happen. He would have run those first 400 metres in pretty quick time, Bruce.
Unbelievable. Craig Dinn,
Or
top
about
rider.
the 380 after he got going.
Yes, he was 3 lengths last and then whipped around them, but he was responsible for a steady pace, and they've run 124.1. It's 6 Aberidi, a surprise and a big result for bookmakers. 3 productivity and 8 out of the night. I don't know about you, but 4th dividends productivity 95, out of the night 960. The Quinella 84.30 on 6, 3 and 8. And that's not a bad way to start a trifecta. 6, 3, 8, $10,820 and 90 cents.
I think if you had that, you should be heading home, Bruce.
It's a long way in front, isn't it? It'll be hard to give that back today. Mr. Moe in race 3 is at 360. This is for 50 cents. Devon Duke 1450. Camdana Boy 1165. Latin Rule 150 and Never Quit 160. So there's nothing much between them. 375 for Warned. 1570 for Baz Con. 1745 Inertia. Down to Smoky Fox at 18.10. Bold Concept 11.80. 23.20 for Shark's Fin. 35.95 for Valley of Kings, and Perth Cowboy at $15.95. So that's the approximates on race 3, the second division of the Exford Handicap. We're so well today. Light on. Never Quit the rails and away, and he jumped well the Sydney side to lead. Smoky Fox was a little bit slow to begin. Shark's Fin and Mr. Moe both slow, but Never Quit a surprising leader. Moving up, Devon Duke, Camdana Boy, Bold Concept, Valley of Kings. Next on the inside is Latin Rule. He's handily placed with Baz Cannett's outside. A length and a half further back to Warned, ridden in behind with Camdana Boy on his outside. Well back through the field then is Shark's Fin with Perth Cowboy. And one of the last is Mr. Moe and the grey Smoky Fox 4 wide going forward. Never Quit slowed them up. He's a half-length Bold Concept, Devon Duke, Valley of Kings. A length and a half Camdana Boy. Latin Rule on the inside, getting a nice run. A length to Baz Can and one away to Warned. Further out then to Smoky Fox, and Inertia's back with those horses. A length and a half to Mr. Moe. Perth Cowboy and 2 lengths to Shark's Fin. On the turn, Never Quit's let these go around him. Bold Concept led Devon Duke, Valley of Kings. Cassidy on Never Quit now in a pocket, and Latin Rule comes to the outside with Camdana Boy and Warned. In the straight at the 400, Bold Concept, Devon Duke, Valley of Kings. Latin Rule moves up quickly. Never Quit tries to get out and is about to take a split. Latin Rule and Never Quit go to Devon Duke. Baz Cannon running on is Warned. It's Latin Rule and Never Quit together with Devon Duke, and Warned's coming home strongly. Never Quit's ahead in front of Latin Rule and Warned. They're going to the line together. Latin Rule puts his big head out. He's a good horse. He beats Never Quit in a great finish. Third Warned. 3 lengths away, Devon Duke, Baz Can, and then came Shark's Fin running on. Valley of Kings. Behind those horses, Mr. Moe. Then Inertia, Bold Concept, Camdana Boy, one of the last with Perth Cowboy and Smoky Fox. Well, that's one of the reasons I like coming to the races, when you see really good horses giving their best, and a spectacular finish. And that's what we got there. The time just a touch slower, 124.5. They went 124.1 in the first division. But the reason for that is that Never Quit slowed them up in front. It was a most interesting ride by Cassidy, but number 4's got it, Latin Rule, Greg Hall. From 5, Never Quit, Jim Cassidy. 6, Warned, who did improve today, De Gauci. Devon Duke 4th, and 5th, the Baz Con. Cassidy, a most interesting ride, Ron. This must be one of his favourite days, because Gay Icarus, he won the Craigley Stakes quite a few years ago.
And interestingly enough, Bruce ran 3rd in the Exford.
Yes.
Ran 3rd in this race. And
Ready. Lord Mayor's Plate Racing. He jumped pretty well, Black Knight. Jacarman Kingdom's going to be last early. Remuster a bit slow, and so is Cheer Charlie, and the chairman dropped out. Views leading on, settling down from Pride and Air. Black Knight's nice and handy. Going past him on the outside is Glenn Morriston, and moving up also Asterman. Dynasty Prince is 6th on the inside, a length away to Cheer Charlie. Wonder Remuster out wide, Jacarman Kingdom, and on the fence the chairman. Going up to the 1600, View allowed to bowl about 3 lengths in front of Asterman, and on the fence Pride and Air. Next on the outside is Glenn Morrison 3 deep, and Black Knight travelling well. 1 length away, Dynasty Prince, a half to Cheer Charlie. A length and a half away to the chairman, who's back last, just in front of it, Remuster and Jacarman Kingdom. View bowling along past the 1400, led 3 lengths Asterman, Pride and Air, Glenn Morriston. Black Knight's getting a beautiful run, about 2 lengths to Cheer Charlie and Dynasty Prince the inside.
2 to Remaster, a half Jacarman Kingdom, and 1 to the Chairman. Pace has been steady in this at the 1,000, where View led a length and a half Astor Man and 1 to Glen Morriston. On the fence, Pride and Air. Now White starts to ride Black Knight. 2 lengths Cheer Charlie, Dynasty Prince going all right. 4 to Remaster and 2 to the Chairman, Jacarman Kingdom. 800 out, View led a length and a half Astor Man, a half Glen Morriston. Black Knight on the bit going all right, and Dynasty Prince is going well behind him from Cheer Charlie. Under the whip, Pride and Air, 2 lengths Remaster, forget the other 2. On the turn, View about a half length in front of Astor Man tackling. Black Knight tucked in behind them from Glen Morrison. Dynasty Prince trying to get out and Cheer Charlie. White pulls the whip on Black Knight. Dynasty Prince inside of him and Cheer Charlie outside of him. Astor Man took the lead at the 300. Dynasty Prince is going to be the one, though. He takes the split, and then Black Knight View out wide of Cheer Charlie. Dynasty Prince at the distance has taken the lead from Astor Man. Black Knight's only plodding from Cheer Charlie, and Dynasty Prince has got it well when he kicks away. A length and a half Astor Man. Cheer Charlie third, and then Black Knight, and Dynasty Prince is coming away to win by 3 lengths. Astor Man second, third Cheer Charlie. Black Knight fourth, about 3 lengths away View. Then Glen Morriston, Remaster, a gap in the field, Jacarman Kingdom, and then the Chairman, and Pride in There was 200 metres away last. He's improving this horse, Dynasty Prince, and Des, I thought in the run that even though Black Knight was going well, I kept thinking that Dynasty Prince was going equally as well, and once they turned for home, when Harry put the whip on Black Knight, and you could see there wasn't going to be a lot there, this horse was always going to be the one.
It was surprising because as you called the race, you did say that Dynasty Prince was trailing Black Knight, and Harry seemed to be very confident at that stage when you called those 2 horses about 700 metres from home.
Let's hope that Phil and the boys can have a chat to Miss Moller after the race, and we'll find out some more details. That's one of the really good things about talking to the owners and trainers. You get a chance to know exactly what they're all about. Dynasty Prince 250 and 90, Astor Man 255, Cheer Charlie 95, the Quinella $40.75. Healthy trifecta in a small field, but of course the trick was to leave Black Knight out, and that paid $419.35. One of the feature races today is the Bobby Lewis Handicap. Wonderful race named after one of the great riders who rode 4 Melbourne Cup winners. Testimony is at $2, Between Ourselves $160, New Atlantis $4, Scratched Reputed, Aiming $11.70, $2.65 for Taj Quillo, $9.25 Rocky Mac, Barratree at $16.40 as Weight Is Right on race 4, Weight Is Right, $11.15 for Rocky Rawler, Yorick number 10 is $12.25, $5.35 for Cena, she's in the market, and $126.25 for Chelaware. 4, 7 and 3 correct weight. Weight Is Right after race 4 today. Lord Mayor's Plate will have a presentation shortly, and we'll take a break and come back. Inside is Barratree racing, and there's a different view from the back of them. Barratree began reasonably well, New Atlantis away fast with Yorick Aiming beaten for speed. Testimony with that white blaze is going up quickly. Between Ourselves nice and handy. Cena tucked in behind them, and Taj Quillo's racing up near the lead, and back behind them, as you'd expect, is Chelaware. Over the 1,000 metres and coming up towards the 800, and New Atlantis the outside of Barratree with Yorick tucked in behind them. Taj Quillo 3 off the fence. Testimony just in front of him from Aiming, Between Ourselves, Rocky Mac, Cena. Wonder Rocky Rawler, and last of all Chelaware. 650 out onto the course proper, Barratree and New Atlantis together from Testimony. Then Yorick, Taj Quillo's about 2 lengths away from Aiming. 2 to Between Ourselves, about to be wound up from Rocky Mac, Cena, Chelaware. New Atlantis tackled by Testimony, and Taj Quillo comes at them quickly from Barratree. 2 to Between Ourselves with 250 to go. New Atlantis about a half in front, going well. Taj Quillo went to second. Testimony looks beaten, Between Ourselves struggling. New Atlantis tackled by Taj Quillo, who took the lead. Then Testimony, Between Ourselves and Rocky Mac, but Taj Quillo's coming right away. A big trial for the Marlborough Cup. Between Ourselves second, maybe Rocky Mac third. Then New Atlantis, Testimony, Cena a gap, Aiming, Barratree, Rocky Rawler, Chelaware, and Yorick didn't fire today at all and was last. Gee, he's going well, that horse, Taj Quillo. He lost his spot at about the 500. Just lost about a length, but you could see he pricked his ear straight after, which suggested he was going okay. And then Din brought him with a really big run, and he sprinted away, 1:11.5. But they're running into a headwind today, Graham, and the track's certainly not lightning fast, is it?
No. As you said, Bruce, it was magnificent when he did have the race won a long way from home. Between Ourselves ran on nicely. and to finish second, and so of course did Rocky Mack down on the outside. And New Atlantis wasn't disgraced. I thought that was quite a promising run from him.
A lot better today for New Atlantis. He was a bit disappointing in Adelaide first up, and officially fifth has gone to testimony. He had a lot of weight in a very good field today and did his best, but the weight caught up. But taking this horse along quietly, Graham. He hasn't had a lot of racing. He surprised us in the autumn with a fabulous run in the Futurity when he was just beaten by Campaign King, and I think the Marlborough Cup might be a good race for him at the Caulfield.
Certainly will be, Bruce. As you can see there, he was coasting up alongside New Atlantis and Testimony. Now Craig Dinn just asked him for his effort, and he quickly spurts away from his rivals. Between Ourselves ran on solidly on the outside. I would think that a race like the Marlborough Cup may be a little bit short for him on that run. He may be looking now for about 1,600 metres, a race like the IXL. And Rocky Mack, who's probably an underrated horse, came home very well to be third. But all honour certainly with Taj Quillo and Bart Cummings and Craig Dinn.
Imperial Baron 175. That's 5-2. And Bounding Away is even money favourite on the tote, so the Victorians have stuck with the Bonnie filly. $4 for Broadreach, that's who Dim will be riding. $15.55 Military Plume. $18 Lord Mornington. El Vaquero $48. Daring John $7.95. Cum Laude at $11.10. Cameronic at $17.80. Zephyr Cross $117.35. And Tim's Gambler $17.70. That's the Ascot Vale Stakes. Now the Quinella 62.35, correction, the Trifecta 62.35, Quinella 3.35, Extra Double 4 and 6, Latin Rule Taj Quillo $7.15. So it's 1:11.5 the time. Now Adelaide race 4.
And if Zip Along looks like winning, Tappy, just mention it quietly, will you? Because you'll upset Mr. Gibson if you yell it out.
OK, I'll mention it quietly. Although that might be difficult because I think he's a good thing in the race, and I'll be very surprised if he doesn't greet the judge. He's done little or no racing. In fact, today will be only his 9th start, and I think we've yet to see the best of this pretty promising galloper. Ray, Zip Home, what price have you got him on the tote?
Tappy, he's 10-9, and he's the only one that's been backed in the race. So from the top, Dinky Flyer 9-1, Swift Cheval 15-2, Be Precise at 30s, Pico at 25-1, a stablemate of the favourite, Shinakim at 10, Zip Home around the even money, now out to 10-9, but it's still well backed. Slave Trade 16-1, Vanbrugh 66, Sound of Bells Easy at 9-2, Regal Boucher at 66-1, and Breakdancer at 100-1. As I said, JT, the favourites all the rage.
All right, Ray, Zip Home is ridden by Noel Barker, who yesterday incurred the displeasure of the stewards to the tune of 2 months for his handling of Riverdale in last Saturday's Tramway Handicap. But Noel, of course, is on a stay of proceedings and was able to fulfil commitments here today at Rose Hill with some good mounts. And Zip Home is probably the best of them. They're off. Oh, what a start. What a magnificent start. They came out almost as one, and Zip Home actually broke that line of horses in front, but going quickly on the outside to head him off in the early part, Shinakima and Slave Trade and Pico are showing good early pace, and so too is Vanbrugh. Barker's able to ease Zip Home back on the fence in about 5th spot when they settle down, where Slave Trade on the outside had to work pretty hard to get to the lead over Pico and Shinakima. Vanbrugh 4th, and then Breakdancer, Zip Home and Be Precise, followed by Sound of Bells, Regal Boucher, and well back at the tail of the field, Dinky Flyer, as they come onto the course proper now with 700 metres left to run. Slave Trade is in front on the outside, working hard though, about a half length in front of Pico. Running third, Shinakima, followed by Breakdancer as they near the turn. On the outside of those as they swing around the bend is Vanbrugh. Zip Home is cluttered up near the fence at the moment. Be Precise carted deep on the turn. The others are headed by Regal Boucher, and Swift Cheval is well back as they straighten, where Pico is just the leader over Slave Trade and Breakdancer. Now it took him a while to get Zip Home into the clear, but now he sees daylight and he's coming after them. Be Precise going with him, and further out Regal Boucher. Barker's pulled the whip on Zip Home, which is charging at Breakdancer. Zip Home coming at Breakdancer. Regal Boucher running off the track. Zip Home grabbed the lead in the shadows of the post, and Zip's too good. Zip Home beat Breakdancer. Regal Boucher third, should have finished closer. Swift Cheval and Be Precise right behind them, and then Dinky Flyer, Sound of Bells and Vanbrugh. Pico weakened, followed by Shinakima. Slave Trade second last, and last of all is Lenny. Stand by for a winner's number on the Park Royal Theo Marks Quality. Zip Home, ridden by Noel Barker. Didn't win by any fancy margin, but he strikes me now as though he's looking for a little bit further, Zip Home. And on the line, he was doing his best work right at the death. Oh, geez, a nice type of horse, isn't he? He's by Zephyr Zip out of Homely Girl, and is raced jointly by Ernie Smith Lionel Abrams, Percy Sykes, Jay Austin, J.C. Bayliss and R.M. Woods. And that's only his 9th race start today, so we're going to see the best of him in the future. Ken Callender, my boy, most of us think Drought can win the Gloaming Stakes. What do you think?
You'd think with Kerry Packer buying a half share in Drought during the week that I'd be nearly duty-bound to tip him today. But I've never been a crawler, and I don't particularly like Drought. I'm going to take him on today. From number 9, Alley in the small field, I just don't know where he's going to get in the run. I think John Marshall's got no option but to drop him straight out. He'll be giving Bold Sea a start, and I don't think he can beat him. Last start here at Rosehill, Drought had a perfect run, and he only beat Hader Prince in a photo finish. When Bold Sea raced Hader Prince in the Gosford Classic, he beat him by 3 lengths, eased down. Today, I think Bold Sea will stride clear in the straight, and I reckon he'll get the cash. Well, that's the way I'm going to see it anyway. Bold Sea, a special in the main race of the day.
And we'll see the action live in the Tooheys Gloaming Stakes, a $75,000 race at 5 minutes after 3.
5.25, so it was 6.11.12. Quinella 10.40. Trifecta 4.70.75. Extra double. In Sydney today paid $5 even. In Adelaide, the 4th is the Jubilee Promotion Handicap, 150th year there. 8.90 for Hollinger, 1.60. Correction, this is Flemington, the Ascot Vale. 8.90 for Bataan, 1.60 for Imperial Baron, $1.10 for Bounding Away. Broadreach at 3.90 and down to 8 Daring, John 8.60 and 9 Cum Laude at 11.25. So the favourite still Bounding Away. In Adelaide, it's Hollinger 1.55, Beguiled 4.50, 1.30 for Just a Hobo, so he has drifted a bit, 4.20 for All Benefit. Number 8, Keep Pace, as it's 6.85. Let's go and join Ron Paps in Adelaide.
And they show the way. It's Splendid Melody drawing a half length, Wise to Double, 2 lengths, Beguiled, Keep Pace and Hollinger close handy. Next over on the inside is Windy Minx, within a length of those then, looking for room, Just a Hobo. He's pushing Windy Minx away from the rail and drives through to go up on the inside. Then Kabima, and last of all is All Benefit. A very packing field now as they go along the back of the course. They're crowding up, and Wise to Double takes over from Splendid Melody. Beguiled goes to 3rd. Keep Pace was 4th. They were followed in 5th posse by the favourite Just a Hobo, covered by Windy Minx, a length and a half away Kabima. Hollinger back with those within striking distance though, and so is All Benefit, who's actually last. There's only 5 or 6 lengths first to last down the side, where Wise to Double led by a clear length to Beguiled 2nd. 2 lengths away Keep Pace, followed by Splendid Melody. Just a Hobo left behind for a stride by Windy Minx, who went to 5th. Just a Hobo next on the inside of Hollinger. Kabima is last, just ahead of it All Benefit down the side, racing past the 800-metre mark now, and the leader is Wise to Double by a length to Beguiled in 2nd placing. 2 lengths Keep Pace, Splendid Melody. Here's Windy Minx winding up. In behind those Hollinger, Just a Hobo held up for run. Further back came All Benefit and Kabima. They're running to the turn into the straight. Wise to Double being joined by Beguiled, and over on the outside Keep Pace in behind.